comic book fans, and welcome from Comic Boss One. Okay, so today's little offering is going to be my top 10 personal favourite comic book covers of all time. You'll see it starts out right now with the top 30, if you will. So this is like my 30th favourite. It is the Steranko cover. It's brand new. It's just out. So allow some of these things, it may be down to what's in my head right now, but a lot of them have been long-time personal favourites. When I get down to the top 10, one of the things that I want to say is that it's not necessarily a traditional top 10. It's not the most iconic, which is why I did that earlier. It's not the best covers necessarily, what are conventionally perceived as being the best covers, but they are just covers that I'm transfixed by, and that is surely what a personal top 10 should be. So this really isn't about what others think the top 10 is. It's not what others rate as being the best, or what convention rates as being the best. I'm perfectly capable of understanding those things and making completely different decision about it, reaching a different outcome or reaching the same one. This is strictly my own personal thoughts and my own personal preferences. So again, please don't take any kind of slight or anything like that. We're all into different things. I know some people, there wouldn't even be a Marvel or a DC comic on there. It'd all be EC comics, and that is awesome. Again, those covers are fantastic as well. It's just that I generally don't read EC. It's just something very different for me, but I still admire the covers. But this is something, these are books that I read, I love these books. This is what floats my boat, guys. So, as you can see, there's quite an eclectic mix from most ages so far. Like I said, tend to generally stay away from the golden age with very few notable exceptions. But silver, bronze, copper, modern, whatever you want to call it, they're pretty much all represented here in this top personal favourites list. I've tried to keep it down to 10. That one, by the way, that's on screen right now, that one I love. That's one of the first Green Lantern comic books that I read, and I just loved it. And I love that cover as well. I'm sorry, I'm getting excited just thinking about it. And as we near the top 10, you'll see just before the 10th, this is the 11th. I've always loved that cover. It was almost a pin-up for me. Okay, so number 10 on my top 10 list has got to be Showcase 22. First appearance of Hal Jordan as the Green Lantern, and it's a beautiful Gil Kane cover. Just look at that statuesque cover. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable, so graceful, so elegant, beautiful lines. Number 9 on my list is, it shouldn't be a surprise, it's Todd McFarlane's Amazing Spider-Man issue 300. First appearance of Venom, and it's just a striking cover. I mean, really, it was an easy payday, wasn't it? Just having the number 300 loads of times. He must have been laughing his socks off, but it's such a great cover. Todd McFarlane once said that he likes to sex covers up. He doesn't do anything super special or whatever, but he likes to sex them up because sex sells. And adding that number 300 like that, you can see where he's going, can't you, really, with that? Okay, so in at number 8, another classic comic book cover. Now, this one I actually got through a mail order catalogue. It's Fantastic Four issue 112, Hulk versus the Thing. Yeah, I got it from a mail order catalogue. It was actually on the cover of the catalogue, didn't know a thing about it, bought it on the strength of just loving that cover. Beautiful cover. On black as well, and it's just stunning. It stands out. It's very striking visually for me. Not too crazy, not too busy. Just two beautifully drawn characters, striking, bold colouring, and for me, it's a standout cover. Big fan of that book. Number 7 then, in at number 7, and it's another stonker for me personally as well. Yep, it's another Gil Kane cover, and it's a beautiful, it's Menace, featuring the Menace of the Giant Puppet. It's Green Lantern issue 1. This to me is my favourite Green Lantern cover of all time, even more so than Showcase 22, because I love the contrast between the colours. You've got the beautiful greens, the yellows in the lettering, and then, I mean, just look at that puppet. It's fantastic, isn't it? And this was my first key as well. This was the book that I saved up for when I was, I think, 17. I had a part-time job. It cost a lot of money to get. It was hard going, but my God, it was worth it. Love that book. Very strong emotional attachment to it, and love that front cover. In at number 6, it is, yes, Silver Surfer issue 1. This was probably about the second key that I bought as well. I'd always remembered it as being a cool, standout, cool item. Love those classic pencils there as well. And it's an all-time, I love the Kirby run. And I remember that sequence from that film. Was it Crimson Tide, Denzel Washington, all that kind of business? Yeah, Kirby for me all day long. Okay, in at number 5, a real classic, this one, guys. Issue 105 of The Flash, the first appearance of Barry Allen in his own title. I love the striking colours and the contrast. In at number 4, again, another all-time classic. It's got to be Action Comics issue 252. It's the first appearance of Supergirl, and I just love it. I think it's a beautiful cover, truly beautiful. Okay, so my top 3. In at number 3, let's see what you think, guys. It's got to be Hulk 181, the Incredible Hulk 181, no less. And I just love the colours. I love the contrast, how striking it is. The white lettering on the orange background. I know I've said it before in some of the other top 10s I've done, but for me, it's a personal favourite. And it might not be as important to me in some respects in terms of what it features and in terms of the story. For me, in terms of its importance as a comic book, it's probably, I think, 4th place behind my Showcase 22 because of the emotional attachment there. But in terms of the cover alone, it's outstanding. And I got my personal copy for a song. So I was very happy with it. Very bright colours. I just love the book. Okay, so our second on the list, and this one, guys, I've got to say, unlike the previous entrant, this not only has a Jack Kirby interior, but it has a Jack Kirby cover as well, not a John Buscema cover. And I love this one. It's one of my all-time favourite classics. It has a group of my favourite heroes all together, all in one place. Which one is it? It's Avengers issue 1! Of course it is. It's a beautiful cover, striking. I just love this cover. It's one of my favourites of all time. And it's Kirby. Where can you go wrong? Okay, so for my top favourite comic book cover of all time, yes, guys, you know me so well, guys. There can only be one choice for me personally. It's got all of my favourite all of my favourite heroes in all one cover, all on one page, beautifully rendered. It's gotta be, drum roll if you please. That was a pathetic drum roll, but it's gotta be Brave and the Bold, issue 28. It's the first appearance of the Justice League. Starro, it's just amazing. It's got it all on the cover. Beautiful contrast of colours, statuesque kind of heroes in heroic poses, straggling with this giant beast of a starfish, alien starfish. It's kind of it's just evocative of everything to do with the Silver Age for me. Classically, beautifully rendered characters in statuesque poses and outlandishly crazy kind of enemies and foes. It just doesn't get any better for me, guys. You may disagree, you may agree, you may love some, you may hate some. This is a very personal choice for me. It's the one, actually, I've got to say, I've enjoyed doing this top 10 the most. The others I felt like I had to do. I had to get them out of the way. I'm just being honest with you because I had to demonstrate that there's a difference as well. I know we all know the difference as well, but I wanted to kind of clarify it a little, if only in my own mind. One of the main reasons I've done this is to get us talking a bit. Reaper actually said that he was asking me, he said, I might do one of my own as well. I want people to do that. I want people to do their own top 10s, and I want people to really just have that debate. And to be honest, I love the classic books. That's why I collect so many Silver Age comics. But likewise, I don't like to, what's the word? Just be almost kind of like worship or follow these, a follower of just the rule of thought, if you will. I don't like to just go along with the crowd or whatever. The crowd's lovely, by the way, but I kind of make up my own ideas about what I like, and I think we all do, don't we? We all have our own personal tastes and preferences. I know that some people like horror comics, EC comics, those types of things. I've got to say, there's some strikingly beautiful covers as well, but in terms of reading material, I go where my reading goes for the most part, so my taste in comic book covers tends to follow that. Okay, each to their own. That's my ultimate rule. I hope you've enjoyed this. This one was a very personal one. It was very personal to me, so I hope that you enjoyed it on that basis alone, because it's an insight into my psyche. There's a lot of 90s trash, if you will, higher up the order there, towards the 20s and 30s, but that's what I grew up with, guys, as well. You've got to remember that. That's what was on the racks when I was growing up, and I love it. And I love it. It's bright, it's garish, and it's fantastic. Guys, just collect what you like, because if you do, you can't go wrong. Okay, guys, please do add your suggestions in the comment boxes. I love them. It doesn't matter if you agree. It doesn't matter if you disagree. I love them all the same, because I've got to say, of every comment that's come to me, it's been coming from a good place, and I've had great fun interacting with you, so please do it. Also, like, subscribe, spread the word, guys. Spread that word like it's Nutella on bread. Spread it all over me, baby, because we want to drive up those subs as well. And guys, I'm having so much fun doing this. I hope you're doing the same. I've been Comic Boss One. You've been amazing. Keep collecting. No, I wasn't joking. Look at her. Bye-bye.